Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with an awesome dress design, and that is princess cut frock style shirt with front slit and button loops. And I'm using this cotton fabric for this dress, and it is 2 meters in length, and this plain fabric is 1 meter, and I'll make piping and loops with this fabric. You can also use ready-made piping for this dress. So first of all, we'll fold this fabric lengthwise. So it's 2 meters. I folded it. So these are 2 layers of fabric. I'll fold it once again widthwise. So I got 4 layers of the fabric. So these are 4 layers. Now we'll mark for half of the shoulder first, and I'm marking at 7.5 inches. From this point we'll mark at 3.5 inches only, not for the full armhole length, only at 3.5. From the center we'll mark at 4 inches. It can be at 7 to 8 inches from the top. And the width of the panel would be more from the bottom, so from the bottom I'm marking at 7.5 inches. Now join this point to that point we marked earlier. So that will be the shape of the center panel. And join this mark to this 3.5 in a curve like this. Now we'll cut from these marks. We'll continue marking off armhole length on this panel, but after overlapping it on the center panel. And overlapping would be 1 inch. It should be 1 inch. We don't need this part of the fabric. We'll cut it later. So overlap the side panel on the center panel, and it should be 1 inch. That's why I didn't cut for the full length of the dress. So we don't need this fabric. I'm going to cut it so it will be easy to understand. So we have overlapped the 2 panels, and now we'll continue marking the length of the armhole. It should be 7.5 from here as well. For the length of armhole, I'm marking at 7.5 again. Extend these 2 points. Now we'll mark for 1/4 of the chest, and I'm marking at 8.5 inches. That is 1/4 of 34 inch chest, and at 1 inch we'll mark for cutting. From this mark of cutting, we'll draw a shape for back armhole. We'll mark at 1 inch on the inner side here, and join this point to the top. At this line we'll mark for the front armhole. So we'll draw a curve for front armhole passing through this line. At 14 inches from the top, we'll mark for 1/4 of the waist. So we'll draw a line here, and on this line we'll mark for 1/4 of the waist. And according to 30 inches waist, 1/4 of it is 7.5, and at 1 inch we'll mark for cutting. We'll join this point to the corner of the fabric at the bottom. So we'll keep the bottom as wide as possible. We'll join the mark for stitching. At the bottom, we'll mark at 3 inches to give a slope of 3 inches. like this. And now we'll cut back armhole, the sides from the cutting mark, and the bottom slightly curved like this. We'll separate two panels, which are the back panels, and we'll cut for the front armhole on two panels only, like this. So the cutting of princess cut frock style shirt is almost done, and we'll cut sleeves from this leftover fabric, and we'll use the basic sleeve pattern, but we'll keep a slit at the center of the sleeves. Now we'll go for stitching. So these are the back panels, the side panels and the center panel. So I open the center panel. The side panels will be placed here. We overlap the panels 1 inch. Half inch will be the margin of the side panel and half inch from the center panel. So I've made this piping using the piping cord and this thin dory for the button loops. We'll attach piping on the side panels first. So I'll show you it on machine. We'll attach the piping on the side panels first. So this is the right side of our side panel. This is the right side of our piping. The piping cord should be kept inwards, and we'll make a stitch line very close to the piping cord. This piping is ½ inch wide. And we are placing it on the edge of the panel. So this ½ inch will be the margin of the side panel when we'll fold it inwards. I'll show you how. So I've attached the piping on both of the side panels. It's looking a bit curved right now, but when we'll fold it, it will be finished nicely. So you can see here. So we'll fold this piping to the wrong side like this, and place this side panel on the center panel at ½ inch, keeping the ½ inch margin, and then stitch both the panels together. We'll do the same for the other side. And the stitch line should be made very close to the piping. I pinned the two panels first, and it is easy to stitch now. So the back part is done. We have attached the side panels to the center panel, and now we'll attach the panels of the front shirt. So these are the panels of the front shirt, but there will be a slit at the center front. So we'll cut from the center after cutting the neckline. The width of the neckline would be 3.5 inches and the depth is 6 inches. We'll give a round shape for the neckline. So we'll cut from here and the center. So I've cut the center panel. Now it is in two pieces. We'll attach the side panels to the center panels in the same way as we did for the back part of the shirt. We'll attach the piping to the side panel, then fold the piping inward and place it on the center panel and top stitch. So I've attached the piping on the side panel. Now we'll fold it as we did for the back part of the shirt. Place it ½ inch on the center panel and top stitch. So I've attached the side panels to the center part. Now we'll attach piping on the neckline and the center front, but that won't be the piping using the piping cord. For that I cut 1.5 inches wide bias strips. We'll attach these strips on the wrong side of the shirt first. And then fold it to the right side. So this is the wrong side of our shirt. We'll attach the strip on the wrong side. The margin should be as wide as we want our piping to be. So it's just half the foot. Now we'll fold it to the right side like this. So we have attached the piping on the neckline and the center front, and this is a bit wider than the piping of the panels. Now we are going to close the upper half of the center front, and for that I took a strip that is 19 inches long. We'll stitch from both the sides to secure the ends. I have stitched on both the sides. Now we'll fold it, turn the right side out. This strip is 3 inches wide. We'll place this strip under one part of the shirt, keeping a half-inch margin, and stitch here. So I've stitched this strip under this piece of shirt, and now we'll cut this piping cord in small pieces to make button loops and attach the button loops here. So we'll make a button loop, place it on the strip we attached. The stitch line should be very close to the piping, but it is on the strip we just attached. So we'll keep on making the loops, place it under the presser foot and stitch. You can place the button loops very close to each other, or you can keep some distance as well. So I've attached all the loops on the strip, as you can see here. Now we'll place the other part of the shirt on this and top stitch here. So both the sides of the shirt are attached now. We'll place back part of the shirt on it, matching the right sides together, and stitch the shoulders and then the side seam as well. So I've attached the shoulder and the sides. Now we'll make the back neck, fold the shirt and cut for the back neck, keeping a half-inch margin at the side. Attach a bias strip on the right side, fold it to the wrong side as we normally do for the back part of the neck, and we'll attach piping on the bottom of the shirt as well as we did for the center front. So I've attached the piping on the bottom. Back neck is also done, and you can see the piping on the bottom, and it is exactly like we did for the center front. I used a bias strip for making this piping. And now we'll attach the sleeves to our shirt, and for that we'll get the sleeves ready. So we cut the sleeves on the basic sleeve pattern, but it is separated from the center, so it is in two pieces. We'll take the back part of the sleeve first and attach piping here. This is the right part of our sleeve, and right part of our piping is facing us. We'll attach piping here, keeping the piping cord inwards. This is exactly similar as we attach the panels together. We'll fold this piping to the wrong side, place the other part of the sleeve under it, and top stitch. We'll attach loops on the bottom part of the sleeve, so we'll keep it unstitched and place the button loops and then stitch. You can attach button loops on half of your sleeves as well. I am just attaching 4 loops at the bottom. Now we'll attach piping on the bottom of the sleeve as well. So we'll attach the strip on the wrong side first and then fold it to the right side, as we did for the center front of our shirt and the bottom of our shirt. Now I folded it to the right side twice and then top stitch. Now we'll stitch the side seam and the sleeves are done. So I've stitched the side seams as well, and both the sleeves are done. The sleeves are right side out. When we'll attach buttons or beads on the loops will be set in place. The shirt is wrong side out. We'll align the front armhole to front armhole of shirt and side seam to the side seam. So this sleeve is for that part of the shirt. We'll insert the sleeve in the shirt, match the side seam to the side seam and center of the sleeve to the shoulder of the shirt, and stitch armhole. So it's a very easy way to stitch the sleeves. So I've attached both the sleeves. When we'll turn the right side out, you can see it's very nicely done. Our shirt is almost ready. It's looking very beautiful. You can see how simply we have made the princess cut. And now we'll attach beads on the loops and our dress will be done. You can also attach buttons, but I used beads, and you can see here I attached one bead on every loop and it's looking very nice. So our dress is ready. I hope you like the video. Make sure to subscribe my channel if you have not already, and if you like the video, give a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz till the next video.